We got stuff we got to do. We have got a great guest we are going to get to here in just a few moments. They are going to join us on the old Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. We are going to go to our next guest. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. Welcome to the world-famous KJAG Experience. How are you, my friend? Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I was just, hanging out, doodling on some guitar.
Well, basically what I had someone who doesn't understand time zones, and they called in when they weren't supposed to call in, and so I apologize why I was late getting to you. But talk to us a little bit about your music and how we find you online and all these various things, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So for everyone that is listening, my name is Bodek Hernandez. I am the bassist for the band Ronin. You can find us on social media at ronin.rockband, and you can also find us on our website, ronin-band. Our music is on every platform. It was distributed through Pavement Entertainment, so you can find us on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify. You search up Valak the Defiler by Ronin, it'll come up pretty quickly. And for those of you that do like hard copies, we do have hard copies available. You can actually order them from Amazon and through Barnes & Nobles, which I think is a really interesting and unique novelty about our album and about our band.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. We have got a great cast with us today talking about the band Ronin. So, how in the world did Ronin get started?
So Ronin actually started way before I came into the band. I've only been in the band for about, I want to say 3 years, because I joined right around the tail end of 2020, beginning of 2021. And the band had started in 2018. It was literally Chris, Jack, Justin, and Vitaly. They're all high school buddies. So they all grew up together, and they were all like, hey, let's start a band. They had been in and out of bands in high school and stuff like that. And they're like 10 years older than me. So they all grew up together. They all listened to Metallica. They all listened to Judas Priest and everything. And that's awesome. Really got into it. And that's how they built the band, just by doing that, just by being high school buddies and starting it off. They released the first album, but due to COVID, they weren't able to tour on it. So when Vitaly left and I got picked up, I ended up being able to actually tour on it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today talking about the band Ronin today. And you guys are available online at ronin-band.com. Talk to us a little bit about the reception to your music online. What do people think of your guys' music?
Well, we get a lot of we get a mixed bag of reviews, all positive. We worked with really good sound engineers over at Voodoo Studios in Port Jefferson, New York. We worked with Frank Teratona, and he worked with a lot of bands like Covet. He even was in a Lamb of God music video at one point.
That's awesome.
Years for them. It was so sick. We even got to work with Tom Flynn for our music video, and he directed that, and he also directed the entire Covet music videos, or a handful of them, and that's like one of my favorite more modern rock bands.
That's awesome.
But in terms of the reception of our music, we hear a lot of good things about it. We hear that it does have a lot of energy, it does have a lot of merit, it does bring people back to the more 80s thrash type of style, because of the heavy influences that we have from bands like Metallica, bands like Judas Priest, and bands like Alice in Chains and stuff like that. But the thing that makes us unique is the fact that we each, as different members, have different music styles that we are proficient in. I was trained in jazz. I play jazz music like there's no tomorrow. I can play jazz guitar, jazz vocal, and stuff like that. But having a unique vocalist like Chris on the forefront with his very powerful vocals, and then having really strong music writers makes us unique. Because when you listen to Valak, there's a little bit of something for everybody there. You listen to the first track, you get that Metallica-esque, Saturn's Portal drive. It keeps going, it keeps chugging. You get, Valak the Defiler, the title track, that's a little more on the prog side. You get Monster, which is significantly more akin to the alternative rock style of music. You have Hatred's Mate, which is more of a punk song. And you have Wonder, which is a ballad that, kind of puts a nice little bow on everything. So there's something for everybody, and I think that's what makes us unique, because we're able to appeal to a broader audience. There have been people that have told me that, Monster is their favorite song, or that Hatred's Mate is their favorite song, or that, Upheaval is their favorite song. And those people usually have a specific type of genre that they lean into with the rest of their music taste. And I think that's what, makes us unique in terms of our reception, that people love it. People like our energy when we play live too. That's something that I always get. I don't know how many times I've given myself whiplash from just over headbanging, but I remember we played Poughkeepsie back in 2021, and I almost fell off stage because of how much I was moving. You can see the clip on Facebook in the middle of bells. It was great.
That's awesome. We have got Ronin with us today. Of course, the band is available online, ronin-band.com. And we have got a great guest with us today. He represents the band and is talking a little bit about the band today. Talk to me a little bit about where you guys see yourself in a couple years. What is the eventual plan for Ronin?
So our plan is to try and take our music as far as possible, try to take our careers as far as possible. I know it kind of varies for, person to person. I'm still 24, so I still have ways to go, and I still play in a lot of cover bands, and I work, and do a lot of sessional work. So for me, my end goal is to hopefully establish a solid career out of being a musician, and hopefully use this to propel me forward. And if this, comes with me in that journey, and it comes and culminates into us being able to, sell our music to be able to use it in movies, or sell our, music to be able to use it in something that can, help everybody and help sustain, each and every one of our families, I think that'll be something that would be great. I would love to personally tour with this band and, continue to write music with it. So that's kind of like what we're building on. We're working on, a New England tour for February. So we're going to be taking an extended weekend and going into Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. And we've already applied for a lot of, festivals that are coming up. So hopefully we'll be able to get our, summer touring opportunities in there, because we do have connections to try and go from New York into Buffalo, Ohio, and really start to push our reach in our region just by playing shows with a few friends and connections that we've made through this journey.
So we are going to go to some of your music. We are going to play the title track of the new album, Valak the Defiler. I think I got that pronounced right. Talk to us a little bit about this track.
So the track Valak the Defiler, the title track, that is a song that kind of came together based off Chris's writing. He absolutely loves horror movies. I think 3 of us in the band are really into horror movies. We're all movie buffs. But he was watching The Conjuring, and he was like, Valak, that's a really cool name. So we did some research, and we were able to write a song based off of, Valak, obviously not tying it
Fantastic.
into, the, Conjuring, but the actual, source material of just like, hey, this is a evil person, these are his abilities. And you can tell in the song that just by reading the lyrics that this person is, a manipulative person, a manipulative presence, a powerful presence. And that's something that we try to cultivate with the way that we, used our writing to make it a little more, like it kind of seeps in there. So as you listen to the song, you get this sense of movement, you get this sense of creeping until it gets to this build-up point in the middle where, the entire band breaks down. You get heavier riffs, you get more, funky riffs where like this presence is now known. And honestly, it was probably one of my favorite songs to write and record at the time. We ended up adding a shuffle halfway through the song or recording it because it was like, it's kind of getting to a point where it's just like, it's repetitive. So let's add this, let's do this. So, it's definitely probably one of my favorite tracks on that album. Definitely a good listen. And the vocal choruses in the middle of it, that's all of us sitting together and getting it done. It was so great.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to place you on a brief hold here on Skype, and we are going to go ahead and play this track. And when we come back, we will have more with Ronin. They join us live here on our big program. Valak the Defiler is the track we're going to play. This is the title track off the new album. We have got more with Ronin, the rock band, here in just a few moments here on your world-famous KJAG Experience right now. That is Valak the Defiler. Sounds like somebody you want to bring to dinner. It is a fantastic, big time interview here today on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Join us live each and every Sunday at 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And, of course, you can join us 24/7 over there at JiggyJaguar.com. We go back to Ronin-band.com. That was Valak the Defiler from the brand new album, Valak the Defiler. And, so, as we wrap up here with you, my friend, and we get ready to go to our next guest, talk to us a little bit about where we can get your music and support you guys and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, you can find us by just Googling Ronin Rock Band or going to @ronin.rockband or going to ronin-band.com. If you search up Valak the Defiler by Ronin, you'll find plenty of links to get hard copies of our music. And you'll find links to stream a lot of our music. If you're interested, you could even go on Amazon or Barnes & Noble's. Barnes & Noble's the big one because that one's just funny.
I think that's amazing. Your music, Valak the Defiler, is available at Barnes & Noble.
At Barnes & Noble.
That is
amazing.
amazing.
Go on that website, order it. It is ridiculous. I love it. I think it's one of the best things that has happened because it's like how many times does that happen? You know, it's just like, hey, you know what? You can order my music off Barnes & Noble's. It's great.
Yes, that is just fantastic. Okay, well you have been amazing. Thank you for being with us today. Thanks for spending as much time as you did with us. Thanks for bringing us some amazing music. Get a hold of the band, RONIN-band.com. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and for all of you listeners out there, find our social media at ronin.rockband. Tell us your favorite song. I want to know. I need to know what people are listening to. We're already getting feedback. If you're out listening, let us know because we love interacting with our audience. We love interacting with our fans. And if you end up loving a lot of our music, let us know because then we could add that to our repertoire when we come into your town.
That's awesome. Well, you guys are amazing. Thanks for making some time for us today. I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Great rest of your day.
Thank you. There he goes. That is... I think his name was actually Bojack Hernandez. I think that is badass. But we are going to go to our next guest here in just a few moments.